any type of sales or communication, rapport is the number one thing that's going to make them like you or not like you. And at the end of the day, you want whoever you see. And I found it was interesting what Josh said about they're testing you. You know, I've been into an open home before and the real estate hasn't even looked at me, and I've thought, I'm going to tell the owner. And maybe they just wrote me off as a nosy person walking through. But that's right, everyone, you've got to be a model of excellence 100% of the time, not just ebbs and flows, or not just when the vendor's there or when the potential buyer's there. Like, it has to be 100% of the time. So I'm going to share with you some things now to do with rapport, how to get on with somebody. And I'm going to add here, there's a whole level of integrity that needs to be at play. So I think you need to genuinely want to like somebody and get on with them, okay? And because rapport is to do with them understanding you and them liking you. So a few things. So rapport, first of all, is why would somebody get on with you? But there's a key thing I want to go to first, which is the fundamentals of sales, and that is actually, why would someone not get on with you, first of all? So although I don't normally talk about that, that's the first thing I'm going to talk about. Now, usually, the reason somebody gets turned off by somebody in sales is because that salesperson ends up wearing like a salesman's cap, and they start selling at them all the features and benefits of that property. And they start telling them why they should like it, why it's good for them, there's schools in the local area, it's got these great shops, etc., etc. And they talk at somebody. We call it the tell rather than the ask. And what was interesting is Josh talked a lot about the questions you should ask, and we cannot emphasize this enough. If you want to be absolutely an expert in your field, a model of excellence every day of the week, it is all down to two things. Turn up more often, so you have face-to-face time, which is what following on from what Josh said, and also ask more questions. They're the two things. It's not brain surgery. If you're there more often face-to-face, you're building a different depth of relationship. Way, way, way deeper than phone, but phone is way deeper than an email, and an email is very much deeper than a spray and pray email, which is just a sort of database. This is what's selling. So that the very top level of that is the face-to-face contact. Why? Because that person, whoever they may be, a person off the street, doesn't matter who they are, they're all potential sellers or buyers, right? They're buying you. They're buying into you. Is this person going to do what they say they're going to do? Do I trust this person? Are they going to, what they're telling me, is that the truth? You know, do they understand me and my situation and what I'm looking for, or what I'm looking to sell for, what I'm looking to buy? And that's the absolute key to somebody getting on with you. They're buying into you before they buy into sort of who you work for and your you know, your name and your listing. They're buying you. You are everything. You're the whole 360. And that's the most important thing you have to remember. It's not the house and how wonderful the house is. They have to buy into you first. You are the front face. So in this depth of relationship, the first thing you need to understand is this is not we call it spray and pray, which is when you stand in front of somebody and you spray and pray all the reasons they should come to you, or you spray and pray all the reasons they should buy into this particular property. And that gets you nowhere, because immediately they think you don't understand me, you don't care about me. So now let's talk about what you do need to do for the fundamentals of sales. You do need to have a burning desire to understand that customer. Totally burning desire. So I'm going to tell you a little story. One of my colleagues the other week was making a phone call to somebody, and she was very good at asking questions. Of course, we're a sales training company, right? So everyone's good at asking questions. And she was getting lots of information. She was asking lots of questions about their business, and she's got great questions, lots of different questions: the why, the how, the where, the when, particularly the why. Why would you be selling? Why do you like that particular area? Because the why, they then explain their belief behind their decision. So the why is absolutely important. And she got a lot of information, and as we do in our office, we share that, and we chat about a business that's called in or inquired. And we pointed out 4 or 5 areas that we hadn't delved deep enough in, and she called the guy back, and she's in a different room, and as she called him back, I heard her say, I've got a couple more questions to delve deeper, or to build on this particular thing that you've said. And her voice and her tone was all about partnership. She was sitting like she was next to them, even though it's on the phone, and she said, you know, it was really from a place of, I want to understand you so I can help you. That's it. You are there to understand them so that you can help them. Like, you want a question where they're always going to say yes, or they're going to discuss something. So have those questions. You know, obviously you can have hundreds of questions, and you want to change them as the person answers the phone or answers the door or whatever situation you're in. But you need to have almost like an arsenal of questions. Maybe we've got over 700 in our office, and they will just come through at the right time, because what you want to do is keep that person talking. The more they talk, the more you understand them, and you are out to understand them.